Oh, hello there, explorers. It's me, Silent, and we are in the radius to discuss another update. Update point or 0.14 is currently live. It has been about 6 months in development since our 0.13 video, pretty much. This update definitely felt a little bit shorter than like beta wise than 0.13. I felt like we were in 0.13 for basically ever, but 0.14 definitely felt much shorter. Let's see, it had a total about 5 updates total in the beta. Um, and if you have been playing the beta, don't forget to move your save files over from the beta games to or the beta into the radius to the official release into the radius. I do have a video linked in the description on how to do that, so this way you don't lose any progress, at least not yet. Just as a reminder, you will have to reset at 1.0 release. When that does come along, everybody will have to start from beginning. Now, first things first, what I wanted to talk about, I didn't really see many people talk about, was DX12 to DX11. The game was running on DX12. They had swapped it over to DX11, just better performance on the lower to mid-tier graphics card range. So for me, I'm using DX11. It seems to be working better. However, there have been issues with CPU binding with higher end graphics cards. So it is something to keep in mind. It does ask you right at the beginning if you would like to use DX12 or DX11. I would kind of try both out while monitoring your CPU and GPU performance and see which one's working out better for you. I'm currently having better performance with the DX11 over the DX12. Now, for the meat and potatoes, a big part of this update has been the gun smithing, gun upgrading bit. So let's go and take a peek at some of these lovely guns. So right out of the gate, just so you know, although there are 156 there's 156 different modules, right? And about 30 different gun frames. So excluding the PM, the GSH-18, the Beretta M9, the Glock 18C, Fort 17, SKS, VS or AS Valve, VS Ventores, OT, S14, and the Groza. Wow, those are all weapons that are still using the old gun style. You can't really pull these apart or anything like that. You know, they kind of just they're their standard rifle. That's just those weapons, unfortunately. However, this is the gunsmithing system. These are different gun parts that I've got lying around. These are actually been found in the radius, which you'll now be able to find different gun parts in the zone. So in theory, you can build your weapon from just parts you find. Now that we've made it to the store, let's see, what do we got? So a new weapon has been added, the Mosin Nagant, as well as the Benelli M2. Those are new as of this update. These are all the different gun attachments, so you can see there's a ton of different variety. You can have stocks on, or you can have rails on the caps. You can have no rails, different grips. There are interchangeable foregrips, right? Yep, pistol grips. Interchangeable stocks. So there's a huge variety, and they've actually added, looks like, a couple more things since I last looked in here. They also added the MP9. That's another new weapon for us. That thing is amazing, as well as the SR25. They have made it so your flashlight can now be attached. This blue one here can now be attached on any helmet, from what I understand. I haven't tried that yet. Okay, there's a better upgraded version of the Kadar. That's what it is. But the Vitiaz and the MP9 are our new weapons as far as the small arms are concerned. It's also a new artifact detector. something to look into. As well as new items that you can find in the zone, and new artifacts you can find. Some artifacts now spawn invisible, so you'll have to use the new artifact detector in order to find them. The older one will not search those items. So, let's see here if I can remember how to build this one. I know this one's actually a little different to build. Not that one. This one right here. Yep. So just clicky clacks all together like that. All you gotta do is grab all the right parts. I think this one. That. And gotta be a barrel end. Well, that's for the suppressor. That's pretty much how that works. Let's see. So she's got extra spots for... Don't know where this goes. Does this go up here? Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. That is one nice gun. Ooh. Now this is the mag-fed version. Now we won't go and build every gun in this video, but just to give you an idea of the new system and how it works, we just decided to build ourselves a nice little sniper rifle. Now, the rest that I want to show you, be in the zone. Believe it or not, this is forest. We've made it back. And there are significant changes here in the forest. It doesn't even look the same anymore, aside from the bridge, maybe that barrier. But they've added much more trees. There's, I almost want to say, pretty much every place in the zone has been redone and reworked. Even Peninsula's got an added area, a hidden area that even I haven't been to yet. So look out for all the new detail that they've added and changes in the zone. If I can peek just right, if you look just close enough over there, you can see the church. That's a new area that's been added. Very well done so far. I have not explored anything since the update. Wanted to try to get this video out. I've played the betas, so we have been to the church, but again, this is the official release, so things are going to be a bit different. A couple things I did want to go through was the reflector anomalies that we can see one right over there. They actually reflect bullets now, so it's something to keep in mind when you're shooting through them. It is now something to deal with. There's been a new entity that's been added, reminiscent of the first game, the Phantoms. Super excited about that. On top of all these, all the new lush trees and new look and detail, there have been tons of performance updates, and I don't know how they've been doing it. How have you been adding more but better performance? I don't know, not sure, but I'm happy with it. Very, very happy with it. They've also got rid of the mission to turn in artifacts, or not artifacts, the anomalous items. You can't just store those and turn that mission in infinitely for a good amount of security credits. That's been done with, but they've added a new mission in replace of that, so that's something that's great. There's also been a rebalance and rework of the way security credits work and how many enemies may spawn or don't spawn for missions, and pretty much if I'm leaving something out for the most part, it's because I want you to find out for yourself and explore it on your own. I didn't want to spoil anything per se, but at least go over a lot of the main updates. There's also been a huge change in enemy AI, the way they react to the player. the way they take cover when they're actively looking for you, not looking for you, things like that. So the radius should be very different this update. The last update introduced... Where are you going? That's right, go away. Go away. Goodbye. The last update introduced a lot of, I felt like, gameplay additions, and this one feels like a lot more flushing out of the game. So the radius definitely much more flushed out, and the big question that you might be asking, is it worth it now to get into the radius 2? And I think this is the time. The performance has been great so far. It hasn't been too bad. I'm on a mid-spec PC, and I haven't been having too many issues. Granted, I'm also streaming most of the time that I am playing this, and the details there's enough to do between the missions and the variety, with the tide always coming through, the amount of changes that you can make. Currently, there aren't any game-breaking bugs stopping you from having a good time. Granted, there are updates to come, and we haven't play tested the official 0.14 release yet, but I'm sure if there's anything big, it'll be addressed soon. That's gonna wrap it up. Like I said, if I left anything out, it's because I want you guys to find out on your own. There were a couple things that they mentioned in there. I was like, I don't really need to mention that. You can find out for yourself. That's pretty much gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for watching. I tried to keep it a bit short this time. If you really want to see the update and play, we pretty much are here in the radius every week, usually in the beginning of the week. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, don't forget to give us a quick like and subscribe. Helps our small channel grow and explorers like you find their way. Because I don't know when you're watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, I gotta go. Get out of here.